Oh hi, this is the analysis of Nathaniel for this video, and I'm just talking about games I liked but hate at the same time. There's like a kind of like a mixed feeling like on the game. If you guys watching this, please subscribe, share the video, subscribe watermark down there, and over time I replay games or I play a new game, and then throughout I playing the game. There's gonna be ups and downs. Most games have the ups and downs, but some games will have high ups and very, 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 very low downs. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, I mostly talk about games, video games. Anyways, like a game here now for example, Jack 3 now. Jack 3, I'm currently playing it now. I played 6 hours of it, 6 or 7 hours, but Jack 3 has a lot of those a problem is in it where it'll kind of a linear, like a super linear game. It's a very linear game, so like you're basically doing things this after this after this. Even though it's an open world game, so like you're doing one mission after, like you're just going to story mission after story mission. There's no side content, or for the most part there is no a side content, or but there's weapons. The game mechanics are pretty good. The story is pretty good, and dialogue is very cartoonish, great cartoon moments. But yeah, it's very linear, I feel. And for being an open world game, they could have added more to the open world itself. And more on that too, with Jack 3 there is a problem where I kind of feel like the platforming is just, at times, it's just kind of unfair. Like you're gonna, and the platforming doesn't feel balanced, I feel. It doesn't feel right to me upon playing it. I know, well, it is, this game came out like 06 or 05, so so it's alright, going back almost 20 years now, so 15, 16, 17 years, so yeah. So, yeah, and there's gonna be moments where you're gonna be dying a lot and redoing sections over and over and over and over and over because just because of the platforming areas, just because of the platforming itself. So yeah, but the highlight is, obviously you got these monster trucks. They get to drive throughout this desert area. There's weapons. The weapons are pretty fun to use. Lots of enemy variety, and we got another upgrade system. Our progression system could be better, I feel. But yeah, overall, but another game now is Cyberpunk 2077. Now I'm playing this again. Made a video on this last week when I bought it. Cyberpunk 2077 has the problem of, now it's a same company that made Witcher 3 made this. So Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I feel The Witcher in this. I feel it a lot in this. When the dialogue options, the realistic characters, the world, the overall voice acting. But upon playing Cyberpunk 2077, you realize that the shooting mechanics are broken. It's not fun to shoot. The enemies are bullet sponges. It's not fun to shoot at all. So it has that like as a low. As well as it too, you got the glitches. You got the glitches. Now, I haven't seen many glitches now because obviously the game came out a year ago, so it's been patched up, and you guys know the controversy, so it's been patched up by now for the most part. But I feel like it has those lows where the driving feels, doesn't feel fluent. The shooting doesn't feel fluent. The enemies are bullet sponges. Yeah, like I play the game, when I play it, it's like I can't wait to get past these combat sections. They're just so terribly done. They're not basically like your average Call of Duty campaign, because it is a first-person shooter, first-person game view, right? So, but yeah, again, a missed opportunity there. They could have really fixed upon the mechanics. There's no third-person view of the game or your character, so you can't see the back of your character. So yeah, but if they just fix up on that, if they just somehow added a third-person view, it would really help and fix the the driving feels so slippery. Like when you drive it, the wheels feel slippery. They're slipping on the road. The shooting mechanics is not fun, but again, it has those lows, but the highs, it does have those really high positives where again, like I mentioned, dialogue, the character development, the characters, the cutscenes, the overall now espionage of security, hacking into a security. It's kind of similar. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Watch Dogs, the game. There's hacking, yeah. You can kind of hack into security, see this, so on. See certain parts of the map and intel. So, yeah. Another one with really, I feel like Prey has high highs and really low lows. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Prey has a problem of it being challenging, like really challenging, like over like unrealistically challenging, where it just feels unfair. The overall game just feels unfair. But it has a high, the exploration in it is so fun. It's really fun. I go around looking for key cards, and I'm like, okay, what does this key card do? And there's you're in space, so there's areas that are locked off. There's gonna be domes. There's gonna be rooms that are locked off, and these glass doors. You can't go through them unless you have the right key card. And the exploration is fun, but the lows is that playing this game, you die a lot. It's unfair. It's too much of the plus it lacks the enemy variety. It just lacks the overall enemy variety, and yeah. But Prey, I don't know. I'm mixed on it. I'm mixed. Like I really, like I really like the game, but it has those lows in it where it's like, my god, similar to Cyberpunk. It's like I can't wait to get past these stealth slash or whatever sections, shooting sections, or so. It's an isolated game. I'm mostly in the game by yourself, right? Rightfully so. Yeah, and there's too much. Again, maybe there's gonna be one of those unpopular opinions, but there's too much loot. Too much loot in the game. There's too many things in the game where they're drunk, and yeah, there's too many of that. Too much of that. But I talked about it in a separate video. I won't talk much more about it. Another one though is Crisis. Crisis has that typical. If you guys know, Crisis will have that typical feel, that typical Call of Duty feel campaign. That's what it basically is, your typical Call of Duty campaign. For the most part, though, it action packed, tons of great cinematics, but there is problems. There is flaws in. I feel there's flaws in the shooting mechanics, the overbearing on the repetitive enemies spawning, and so you just find the same enemy over and over again, and yeah, and stealth as well. Although there's many different approaches to stealth, which is again a high. There's ways for you to scan the environment because you're like a cyborg, right? You're a cyborg kind of, and yeah, and the stamina as well. The stamina meter is pretty good, but that can get annoying. But yeah, I overall, I didn't really care for the story as much. Characters in the story, but again, it's respawning. Playing the game. The game plays mainly you fighting waves of enemies. Mainly. Same goes for X-Men Wolverine Origins, which is behind here. I don't know if I can just move this out the way. X-Men Wolverine Origins has that same problem where it's just too many enemies. No, like I don't know like how to word it, but it's like too much enemies. Too much like of the same enemy. Too much like of the same enemy in Wolverine Origins. It's mostly hack and slash, and the bosses aren't that good. Early on in the game, early to middle of the game, bosses aren't that good. They could have really improved upon the bosses, added more variety of the bosses in it. But with Wolverine now, I feel it has those highs as well, where like it's really good at exploring the world. The world feels around you. Like it really feels threatening. Like everything around you wants to kill you. And the flashbacks, you go from Africa to the research facility to Stryker's Island and different areas. You even fight Gambit. You go to the casino area. So yeah, and like the hack and slash, the gameplay feels so fluent. The hack and slash, the combat, Mechanics feel very smooth and fluent. Brutality, animations, upgrades, tons of upgrades, tons. But it has too much of that, waves of same enemies, and the puzzles can be, although the puzzles were good, they're alright, but they could be better in that. And the last game I want to talk about, now this is a part 1. Last game I want to talk about, sorry about the camera, sorry. SOCOM 1, SOCOM 1, it's an older game, one of the oldest games I have. So, with SOCOM 1 has a problem of, I kind of feel like with the AI was kind of lacking. The AI, upon playing single player. And, the overall mission structure I feel like was annoying. Like, there's one mission, like where you have to kind of go back and kill all the enemies in this area, and then this area, and this area, and this area before you finish the mission. That can get really, 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 really annoying. Get really annoying because you're trying to finish the mission. Is like sometimes the enemies don't spawn a certain way. You can't find them, right? So it's get annoying. But it has very, very highs. It has those highs as well where it's like, woo, the spectacle of it. And for an old game, you really feel, it really captures that realistic feeling to what it would be like to be a Navy SEAL or whatever, a soldier. It's third person, right? It's a third person game. And yeah, looking at the graphics, looking at playing it now is going to be, you're going to see, whoa, the graphics look so outdated. But it wasn't, I would say it's not that bad for the time. I played it around the same, around the time when it came out, the graphics for the time of this was not bad. And yeah, plus it lacked, because it was the first in the series, it lacked a weapon variety. But I feel like overall there was a problem in, there's a problem in the, I don't know, overall mission objective structure, fetch quest and gather intel here. But with SOCOM 2 did improve upon this, where there is more variety in terms of the mission objective, I feel. But there's glitches, the AI doesn't respond a certain way. Now SOCOM 2 fixed this, but then SOCOM 3 brought these problems back. I don't know why. SOCOM 3 brought the problems back, but yeah, the overall mission structure, I don't know. I didn't really work for me playing it. So more highs in the game is, like a great shooting mechanics. Great shooting mechanics, you really feel that, that a punch behind the weapons. Like when you use the weapons, whether it be secondary, assault rifle, pistol, submachine gun, or, you really felt those mechanics. And it had cutscenes for its time. Cutscenes, you go to different countries and you kind of see, you kind of setting up like a new conflict where it'll be a drug dealers, you're fighting drug dealers or terrorists or some sort of a rebel group or whatever. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, games. So again, games with highs and lows. It is subjective, in my opinion, based on my opinion. This is part 1. I'm gonna do more of these videos. Let me know what you guys think. Have you guys played any of these games? Please let me know. Again, subscribe. You guys know. Thank you.